in preparation for the City of Vienna's new kayak launch. On Friday, workers began bringing down what city officials called the Roundhouse, a building at the bottom of 12th Street that was formerly part of the city's water treatment system. Mayor Chad Emmerich says this demolition is the first step toward the creation of an ADA-compliant kayak launch. Emmerich says demolition should be finished by the end of the week and total construction of the kayak launch should be completed by the end of the summer. Emmerich says the recreational opportunities created by the kayak launch will be a great attraction for the city.
I believe this is going to become an area-wide attraction where people will want to come to this area specifically to use this kayak launch in proximity to the island. Then the calm water that's here between the island and Vienna itself is perfect for kayak.
The project has an estimated cost of $329,000.